President Trump is pulling the plug on federal funding for both NPR and PBS. He signed an executive order to cease federal funding, claiming bias in their reporting. NPR and PBS both firing back, calling the move, quote, blatantly unlawful. The CEO of PBS also says the cuts disrupt its mission of preparing millions of children for success in school and in life.
Against it.
I think Sesame Street caters to all people, not just some people. And a lot of times when you cater to all people, some people don't like that.
What can we do if that's what he's deciding and others agree on it and it's a majority rule, then.
And the Corporation for Public Broadcasting filed a lawsuit this week saying the president does not have the authority to fire board members. More legal action could follow that executive order. And President Trump, he made his first major staff move on day 101 with Mike Waltz headed to the UN and Marco Rubio adding national security advisor to his duties. While Rubio is moving up, it appears Elon Musk is moving out, even though Doge will keep on cutting. Fox's Caroline Shively has the latest from Washington.
You know, they say I wear a lot of hats. Even my hat has a hat.
Elon Musk's hat load is getting a little lighter. He's pulling back from his work cutting federal jobs, but says Doge will continue without him.
It's a long-term enterprise because if we take our eye off the ball, the waste and fraud will come roaring back.
National Security Advisor Mike Waltz is also leaving the White House. Waltz has been in the spotlight since he accidentally added a reporter to a signal chat where administration officials laid out specifics of an impending attack on Houthi terrorists.
It's long overdue. I mean, he's the guy who started the unclassified text chain when there were classified channels available.
But Waltz is staying in the administration. Trump has nominated him to be the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. That nomination now moves to the Senate.
I think the media wants to frame this as a firing. Donald Trump has fired a lot of people. He doesn't give them Senate-confirmed appointments afterwards.
Trump named Secretary of State Marco Rubio as the interim national security advisor until he can find a replacement for Waltz.
It is tough to do both jobs. There's no doubt about that. But certainly Marco Rubio, I think, is very much up for that task.
Henry Kissinger was the last person to serve as Secretary of State and National Security Advisor at the same time 50 years ago. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
The Trump administration is ending federal funding for school mental health resources. $1 billion in grants from the 2022 bipartisan Safer Community Acts. It's going to be canceled for hiring more mental health counselors. The funds were authorized after the shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde nearly 3 years ago. The Trump administration says the grants have been used for DI hiring and quotas, not for merit hiring and evidence-based mental health needs. More than 250 school districts nationwide will be impacted. And also on the chopping block for federal funding, research on child welfare programs. A spreadsheet it mistakenly made public via email. It lists more than 150 projects under consideration for termination by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. It covered grants funded by the Office of Planning, Research and Evaluation that give money to dozens of universities studying how to improve Head Start and child care policy. The office says it helps policymakers evaluate programs that help low-income children and families. The grant cancellations would add to cuts already enacted at HHS administration for children and families, which plans to close 5 regional offices and fired hundreds of workers, slashing its workforce in just 1 month.